This is Ben Davison. Subscribe to Stephen Icon.
Right, I wanted to talk to you guys about something, and I don't really know where to go with it, but I feel it's important to get it out there in the sense of Tyson Fury. You see, for many, many years, and especially around about the time when he won the titles from Vladimir Klitschko 2015, when he went over there to Dusseldorf and shocked the world and gave an absolute schooling of Vladimir Klitschko. Not the best fight in the world to watch, not at all. It's not really one that you really have on the highlight reel. But ultimately, that's not what boxing's about. It's not just entertainment. But Tyson Fury has always managed to bring entertainment outside the ring. And as much as I'm going to praise him in this video, okay? Now, as you guys know, I'm a huge Anthony Joshua fan. I'm a huge Dylan White fan and whatever else. See, a lot of people say that I'm a Matchroom fanboy. It's not true. It really, really isn't true. I'm a British fanboy. That's my first and foremost. I don't care what stable they're under, and I judge each fight night as it comes. It's just how it is. I don't cover every single one, and if you notice, I don't always cover Matchroom ones. I didn't cover last weekend's Matchroom one in Monte Carlo because I just wasn't sold on that card, so I just didn't bother. And a while ago, the one in Wales, I wasn't too fussed about. On the Anthony Joshua Povetkin one, you guys will remember, I didn't agree with that undercard. I thought it was a very, very weak undercard, and I let my feelings known. But you see, some people forget about that bit. But the relevance part of it is that people seem to forget that just because from time to time, when Tyson Fury does or says something that I disagree with, and I say that I disagree with it, people assume I'm a Tyson Fury hater. It's never, ever, ever been the case. Never. I've always supported him. But there's sometimes he does things and he says things that make me go, why would you say that? And maybe it's me and my idealistic and patriotic way, I suppose. Now, when I say patriotic, I don't mean I only support British fighters and I don't like anybody else. That's not true at all. There are many, many fighters out there that I'm huge, huge fans of. Okay, many of them, and most of them are American, to be honest. So, anyway, my patriotic bit is a case of the way that Tyson Fury goes on about Joshua. He's always picking the opponent to beat Joshua. It kind of makes me go, yeah, I know he's doing it for beef for a future fight, and I get that. But sometimes he says things that make me go, nah, man, that's just too far. And I've pulled him up on it quite a few times. So people will automatically presume, and maybe rightfully so, I don't blame you for thinking that at times, that I'm a Tyson Fury hater. Not true at all. And I've always known that he's a genuinely nice guy. He does some stupid things. He said some stupid things. Not so much nowadays, but he used to when he won the titles. Around that time, with plenty of controversial comments. He was reading scriptures from the Bible and that. If you notice, on this phase of his career now, he doesn't really do that so much now. So he's toned that right the way down. I'm sure he still has all his beliefs and everything, but he's toned it right the way down to not really get into trouble. But back then, he was doing it to get publicity. All publicity, good publicity, right? Whether it's negative or not. And I think it kind of went too far. And I don't know whether or not he'll actually admit it. I don't think he would, but I think a lot of it was a case of when he won the titles, he expected a huge homecoming, a huge party. The whole of the UK got around him, gave him hugs, congratulated him, all that kind of thing. And I think people would have, had he not have said certain things. And I made it perfectly clear that's pretty much how I seen it. And I do feel that some reactions towards him were over the top. Some not so much. Some of them were justified, I feel. But anyway, with Tyson Fury, he's always been a very, very nice guy. And we've always known that. We've always heard stories of certain things that Tyson Fury does. And, he's always been big into charity. And he's a wind-up merchant as well. Don't forget, he's a huge wind-up merchant. Sometimes it's difficult to know when he's telling the truth and when he's just pulling your damn chain. You just don't know. You just don't know, do you? So, when he's pulling your chain with all the bells on it, you just don't know whether or not that's exactly what's happening, and it's confusing at times. And I've watched so many Tyson Fury interviews. I've watched most of his fights throughout most of his career. I've watched him, and yeah, I haven't always been a believer in him. I'm not going to sit here and say that I always felt he was going to be a world champion. Not at all. The only time I kind of felt that maybe he could have been was when he beat Derek Chisora for the second time. From that moment on was pretty much And even then, when he fought, when he was supposed to fight David Haye, I was picking David Haye to beat him. Again, I'm not going to pretend anything other. And yes, I picked Vladimir Klitschko to beat him too. But all that aside, just because one person has an opinion doesn't make them a hater. That's not how it works. You see, Tyson Fury has no issue with me. Ben Davison has no issue with me. I don't know about Peter Fury. I don't know if he does. Maybe he does a bit because I had a go at McKenzie once. But I don't know, to be honest. But the point is that sometimes Tyson Fury, he does things and he accepts the criticism. He lets the press, he lets minnows like me say whatever. Okay, and he doesn't go and cry and sulk about it. He goes behind closed doors and just ignores it. Listen, I'm sure it plays on his mind. He may be heavyweight champion of the world who unified by defeating Vladimir Klitschko. He may well be lineal champion. He's 6'9", and he's a beast of a specimen of a human being, right? But that doesn't mean that he doesn't feel. Okay, so if he hears any of my videos, if he hears other YouTubers, if he hears or read things in the press or things on TV about him that maybe chastise him a little bit, it's going to affect him, and it would anybody. But he doesn't come out and do rants. I mean, he's never ranted about me. He's never ranted about any YouTuber, really. The only time I've ever really seen him do that was with that Eddie Setback guy. But you know what? I suppose the point of this video is that he's okay and he accepts and he burdens people thinking that he's a complete clown, he's a jackass, he's just a hater. He hates AJ, he's jealous of AJ, and there may be a little bit of truth to it. And that's not a snide at Tyson Fury. It's a case of, if I was Tyson Fury, if you was Tyson Fury, if you went to Germany and defeated Klitschko and didn't get the praise. Listen, a lot of it was his own fault with some of the things that he was saying. Again, we're not going to hide behind that. But when a guy like Anthony Joshua comes along and he does the same thing as what he done, which is defeat Vladimir Klitschko, okay, in a much more exciting fight. But even before then, Joshua was getting a lot of fan base, a lot of praise. Okay, and that's got to affect, it would affect me if I was Tyson Fury. And I'll be looking at Joshua going, I suppose from a biased point of view, he's my rival. And I don't like the fact that he's getting all that attention and I'm not. Again, Tyson Fury's not going to say that. But Tyson Fury will accept criticism. He takes it on the chin, all that kind of thing. But a lot of the things that he does good, and a lot of you guys would have known about it lately, where he's donating, I don't know whether it's his entire purse or something like that. I'm hearing something about $8 million, which I believe is his entire purse, to the homeless. I mean, come on now. I've never known any fighter to get that kind of money and donate all of it. Now, I know his reasoning is you can't take it with you when you die. I've got enough money. What do I need more money for? So this money is going straight to charity. Is Wilder doing that? No, probably not. But again, I know Wilder, he does some bits for charities and his communities as well. So again, I'm not knocking him, okay? But with Tyson Fury, it's like he does that. And it's not like he's really making it that well known. He's responding to questions, or his team are responding to questions about it. Otherwise, we may not have known about it. And I don't believe he's doing it for publicity either. And when the fact that he took his shoes off and gave them to a homeless person, and he walked around the streets for about half hour, barefooted or in socks. Sorry, I need to drop my phone then. So again, these are the kind of things that you just don't really hear about. And he doesn't want you to know about them because he doesn't do it for publicity. He's okay with you knowing the stupid things that he does, but he doesn't really want you to know about the good things that he does. Billy Joe Saunders is exactly the same as well. I've heard plenty of stories about Billy Joe. And it's not a traveller thing, it's just a human being thing. Okay, and I know that a lot of people don't like travellers and that kind of thing. Hey, listen, people will like whoever they're going to like and dislike whoever they're going to dislike. Okay, maybe some travellers don't like non-travellers. Who knows what it could be, right? But Tyson Fury does a lot of good things. A lot of good things. And I think that, and I hope that all going well on Saturday by defeating Deontay Wilder. And as I said, yes, I have picked Deontay Wilder to lose to Tyson Fury by knockout. I've picked Tyson Fury to knock out Deontay Wilder. And yes, a lot of that is wishful thinking. Because in reality, you see, again, people call me a hater because I say that Tyson Fury is not ready and he shouldn't be there. It's not because I don't want him to be there. It's not because I don't want him to win or anything like that. It's because, as a fan, I don't want him to get sparked out when he's not ready. If he gets sparked out when he's ready, listen, well done Wilder, but I think it's too early. But I am picking him to beat Deontay Wilder by stoppage. Listen, if he goes to points, great. I don't care how he does it, just as long as he does it. But the chances are not looking good. But, you know what? It's like that with Joshua as well. You see, Joshua, if he fought Tyson Fury at this stage, I'll be saying the same thing. And I did say the same thing way before Tyson Fury even fought his first fight. I said, I don't want to see him in the ring with Anthony Joshua anytime soon. Not for like another 12 to 24 months. But anyway, for me, I think that Tyson Fury, hopefully, if he defeats Deontay Wilder, gets the praise that he deserves. Forget your personal feelings about him. I think that what he does for charity, what he does for people that we just don't know about. He's bought people dinners, just walk past and maybe seen somebody who's hungry or like a homeless person, and rather than just give them money, just in case they run out and buy some booze, he's gone and got them some food and give them food. So Tyson Fury is a good-hearted person, and I think people need to look at him in a different way. I mean, I know a lot of you guys already know a lot of this about him, as I do as well, and it's not something I really talk about. I don't really talk about these kind of things. But I feel that Tyson Fury, he does need the support, and he does deserve the support from the British public. I wish he was a bit more patriotic. I do feel that he wishes he was Irish and not British. That's just my honest opinion. But ultimately, listen, whatever, he can wish to be whatever he wants. But ultimately, he does support British fighters. He just doesn't really support Anthony Joshua. Again, it's rivalry. I wish that him and Joshua would get on. But ultimately, when it comes time to fight, then create a rivalry. That's just my opinion anyway. So anyway, as I said, I wasn't too sure where this video was going to go. I'm just rabbling on. But yeah, I do feel that Tyson Fury does deserve people to look at him in a different way, rather than just this guy who does stupid things, dresses up in Batman costumes. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I have no idea if I made any kind of sense, but hopefully some of you will kind of understand what I'm trying to get at. But anyway, drop your thoughts below about it. Click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.